In the dust-laden streets of Mondovi, a boy born on November 7, 1913, dreamed of a world where the absurd could be confronted with courage. His name, Albert Camus, would later echo across continents as a voice of rebellion against despair. The film begins with the quiet roar of the Mediterranean, promising a journey into the soul of a man who dared to illuminate the darkness. Raised in the rural enclave of Beaune, Camus endured the relentless heat and the harsh politics of French colonialism, forging an early sense of alienation. The impoverished child turned to reading and writing as an escape, discovering the power of words against the tyranny of circumstance. As he later reflected, the only way to deal with an unfree world is to become so absolutely free that your very existence is an act of rebellion. The years of exile in Algeria were a crucible where Camus' ideas of absurdity and revolt were forged amidst political turbulence. He contributed to the journal Ars Combat, championing human dignity in a nation simmering with tension. The poet of the desert once mused, "In the face of the absurd, we must live with a sense of freedom, a sense that we are alive and able to choose." During the German occupation of France, Camus fled to a quiet valley, where he wrote the scathing critique, The Rebel, an exploration of rebellion and responsibility. He avoided the Gestapo by blending into rural life, yet the war's brutality seeped into his prose. As he famously declared, the only thing worth doing is what is worth doing. He embodied a quiet defiance that resonated worldwide. Camus' philosophical masterpiece, The Myth of Sisyphus, confronts the absurd by comparing human existence to an eternal, futile task. He posits that the absurd is the confrontation between the human need for order and the indifferent universe, urging acceptance rather than despair. The novel's opening lines, "In the depth of winter, I finally discovered that within me there was an invincible summer," remains a testament to resilience. Published in 1942, The Stranger chronicles the detached life of Meursault, an emblem of existential detachment in a society demanding conformity. Camus explores the moral void through Meursault's indifferent reaction to his mother's death and his eventual murder conviction, revealing the absurdity of social expectations. Critics like Jean-Paul Sartre called it a novel in which the absurd is made visible. Set in Oran, the plague is a metaphor for the Nazi occupation, depicting a city gripped by an invisible disease. Camus portrays the collective struggle and the moral responsibility of individuals amid catastrophe, underscoring that humanity's dignity survives even in plague. As he wrote, "We have to be able to be patient," a reminder of steadfastness against adversity. In the later years, Camus' essays and speeches articulated a secular, humanistic worldview, rejecting religion while advocating a moral compass grounded in shared human experience. He once declared, "I believe in the absence of God. The universe is devoid of meaning, but that is not a cause for despair." His voice echoed beyond literature, influencing thinkers like Simone de Beauvoir and Patrick Henry Reed. Albert Camus' life reminds us that even in the face of an indifferent universe, the human spirit can forge meaning through freedom, responsibility, and solidarity. His timeless call to live with an invincible summer beneath the winter's weight encourages each of us to choose resilience over resignation. As the credits roll, we are left with the enduring question: what absurdity will you choose to confront, and how will you respond?